In this video, we're going to go through how to graph a line if you're given the slope and the y-intercept of that line. So let's start with y-intercept. The y-intercept is where the line intercepts the y-axis. So a line will almost always, unless it's vertical, it'll almost always hit the y-axis. So this problem here on the screen wants us to graph a line that hits the y-axis at 3. So I'm going to go to the y-axis and I'm going to go to 3 and I'm going to make a point. Now we're done with y-intercept of 3. Now they want us to use a slope of -1/2. To make a line, you only need 2 points, and we already have one of them. We have the y-intercept of 3. We only need one more point. So let's use that slope of -1/2 to make the second point. So to make the second point, we're going to use the fact that slope is rise over run. So to get to my next point, I need to rise 1 and run 2. Now, why did I go up and to the left? Because the slope is -1/2. When I'm all done, my line needs to be going downhill from left to right. A negative slope from left to right is going downhill. So by going up and to the left, I made it go a negative direction. Going up is positive, but going to the left is negative. So make sure one of the directions you go is negative if you have a negative slope. So this line, just to double check before we try another one, has a y-intercept of 3. It's right there. And it has a slope of -1/2. That means every time you go up 1, you go over 2. And it's going downhill from left to right. So let's submit answer. Yes. Let's do another problem. This one says, make a y-intercept of 5. Boom, done. Now we need to use the slope of -2. Now slope is rise over run, but this slope doesn't have a denominator, right? It's not a fraction. Remember that any number that is not a fraction secretly has a denominator of 1, right? Because dividing by 1 won't change anything here. So really the slope of this line is -2 over 1. So that means I need to go to the first point I made, and I need to go rise 2 and run 1. I need to go either left or right. Which direction is going to be a negative slope? It's that direction. There we go. That line has a y-intercept of 5 and a slope of up 2 over 1. Let's submit. Cool. New problem. This one needs a y-intercept of 5 and a slope of 1/3. That means a rise of 1 and a run of 3. Slope is always rise over run. So the numerator is always how far up or down you need to go. And the denominator is how far left or right you need to go. So that line looks good. Let's do one more example. This one says y-intercept of -5 and a slope of 3. Slope of 3 is really secretly 3 over 1. That means we need to rise 3 and run 1. There we go. There's our line with a slope of 3 and a y-intercept of -5. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.